Welcome back. You're still watching Weekend Live on SABC2. As our regular viewers would know by now, on the program, we turn our attention to buildings. Architectural technologist David E Couto appreciates the use of hardware material for the Bree Metro rank in Johannesburg.
We're here at the Metro Mall, which is the most important taxi rank in the Joburg CBD. As you can see behind, there's the sign. And what makes this a special building, it's a building that answers a lot of important questions for urban living simultaneously. It addresses the issue of transportation, of mixed-use buildings, and also the humanity of a building. How do people use a space? And that's probably what makes it one of my favorite buildings in the CBD, is that it's a space that's built for people. It's not a space built for the sake of a space. The major thing is, as you can see, the sense of threshold when you arrive here. It's a public building on a public scale, and there's no missing when you're arriving. The building just leads you through it. There's a sense of legibility to it from the street, and it makes its presence known. It arrives in the city, and it kind of signifies your arrival. Well, to the degree of materiality, they're very hard-wearing. They are stairs that are designed to last ages, and I think maybe, I don't know, part of the conceptual thinking was it's to elevate you, this is taking you to the next level kind of thing. There's a decorative piece of art along the walls, which is like a stylized representation of all the bus stops or all the taxi stops within the city. And it's here that you can see the major difference between South African architecture and what's going on in the world. A similar terminal in Tokyo, for instance, would have been a very clean, laid out, almost clinical kind of board, show your routes. But here, you can see that it's not just about the information, it's more about the expression of that information. Because at the end of the day, I think the transport system is a more organic, free-flowing kind of system than it is overseas. Material-wise, this station services about 100,000 people a day, and that is a very heavy load, no matter what way you look at it. So as you can see from the materials around you, everything is very heavy duty. It's resin floors, it's face brick, it's steel, it's concrete. It's the kind of material that will stand up to the test of time. But that being said, it's not engineered, it's designed. All these elements are put together carefully, and it's represented in the detailing. It's not an ugly building. It's a building that has been thought through on every level. Everything from the way the materials are connected to the way that it's laid out. The one thing, it's a practical and a necessary feature to naturally ventilate the building, because this building doesn't have aircon. And because of there's 2,000 taxis parked outside at the moment, and considering all the carbon dioxide they emit, you need a way to vent that out, and that is what the high spaces are for. And at the second reason is that, if it's a public space, you need to have a slightly larger scale of space. It's not enough to have a regular sized doorway, because just in terms of volume of traffic, it won't work.